We're back at SFA News Live. You know, the disruptor panel this morning really was very interesting. Not only did we have Ethan Brown, who we're going to talk to in a little while with Beyond Meat, we talked to Pradip. You know, these are major disruptors, but I got the major disruptor with me right now. Shannon Allen is here. Shannon and I, you know, met first about 9 years ago. We were talking about doing a TV show together. She's a fabulous cook, chef. I shouldn't say cook.
Thank you.
And I found out, I guess about a year ago, that she started this new venture. I didn't know about it until it already opened. It's called Grown, and it's a new way of looking at casual, fast food, great food, that in my opinion, and it's all organic, and she's going to tell us all about it, but my opinion is game-changing. It's more than disruptive. What we've seen in the past is restaurants coming up with organic menus and organic offerings. McDonald's has tried organic. They've tried salad, but this is from the ground up. And this is really about Shannon feeding her family of 5 kids and a husband who needs lots of energy. Because Ray is what, like 6'7" or something?
He's 6'5".
6'5", oh.
Yeah.
6'5", oh yeah.
He's not a slight man. Exactly
not.
Right.
So he needs a lot of energy. So tell us about Grown. You know, what made you decide to go into the restaurant business and do it against, you know, huge odds? I mean, it's not easy to open up a new restaurant chain.
100% right. Well, first of all, thank you for having me, and thank you to all of your viewers for welcoming me. I'm loving being here. I feel
And it's your
so
first time at the
fancy. Yes.
First time at the fancy
I keep
food
telling
show.
everybody, oh, you fancy, huh? Because here I am at the fancy food show. So thank you so much. And we are old friends, which is kind of amazing. I actually think that you and I may have invented Instacart before Instacart happened.
We were talking about it at the Casa Del Mar Hotel. You were like 7 months pregnant.
Yes, with my son Win, who is now almost 9 years old.
Yeah, and we were talking about the whole delivery thing and so on. So I think, you know, I'm actually going to be with the CEO of Instacart tomorrow here in San Francisco.
Okay.
I'm going to tell him he owes us a royalty.
Yeah, we want something.
Yeah, something here.
I love it. So about Grown. Grown is the reinvention of fast food. I mean, I think people are so afraid of the word fast food. There's such a stigma associated with the experience, with drive-through, with the dismal feeling that people have when they work in fast food. And I certainly never thought that this was going to be my life or my journey, or I'd be walking in this kind of purpose. And I definitely never wanted to be a restaurateur. I mean, I grew up a singer and an actress, and I worked at a ton of restaurants. And restaurants, as you know, are not easy. This is...
My first job was at McDonald's.
Okay.
No, my first job was at Shelley's Luncheonette in Newark. But after that, McDonald's. And I used to leave there, I mean, and I would stink.
Yeah, you smelled like grease.
Yeah, from the grease and the burgers and stuff like that.
And were you proud of people? Were you proud to tell people, I work at McDonald's?
No, I used to have to wear those paper hats. At least they don't have to do that anymore.
And you know, listen, McDonald's has real value. Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, you name it. They are providing a service to busy people. The challenge is, are they listening and responding to the needs and wants of busy people?
And we know that they're not because their sales are declining.
Right.
And we know they're not because what McDonald's has to do quarter to quarter is come up with new items on their dollar menu that the franchisees are very upset with because they're losing money just to get people in the door.
Yeah, so this for me is not an assault on the fast food industry. What I really want to do is to inspire people to start thinking outside of that little cardboard box. And this is very personal. This comes from an organic place. As you mentioned, I have 5 children, and my husband Ray is arguably the greatest three-point shooter of all time. No offense to the Golden State Warriors. I know there's a lot of Steph Curry fans in here. God bless Steph Curry, and his wife is a restaurateur. Tony? Basketball fan. Okay, you're just going to cap it at that. Basketball fan. But I, too, am a Steph Curry fan, and being here in Golden State is a big deal. But my husband, Ray, played all over the NBA for 18 years, in a really illustrious career. He's a future Hall of Famer. And all of those years, I really learned that he needed real food to get him to his next athletic performance, that food was fuel. And as a singer and an actress in my own life, I really didn't know much about food. I was kind of the star in my family, so when I came home, everybody would take care of me.
Right,
My dad grew an organic garden. My mom owned a real estate company in Middletown, Connecticut. But there was this real polarity, this duality in my life. On the one hand, I had all of these amazing home-cooked, homespun meals with organic produce, fruits, and veggies. And then on the other hand, it was, okay, when we're with mom running from appointment to appointment, open house to open house, she schleps through the McDonald's drive-thru, and, we get a treat, a McDonald's, a small fry and a small Coke. And in the 70s, I'm aging myself, that was a big win. To be able to pay all of your bills and take care of your family, and on the weekends, treat your kids to a Happy Meal.
Right.
I mean, check one off in the column for mom and dad. That's a gold star.
Yep. And then also,
yeah.
as being an actress and a singer, you're catching food on the fly. You've
Of
got,
course.
The food table in between shoots, which is loaded
Forget
with...
about it. The craft services,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean,
And our
it's just
rider was like Coke, Buffalo wings, Buffalo wings, Buffalo
Yeah.
wings, French fries,
Yeah.
and lots of, blue cheese and
Yeah.
buffalo wings. So, that was kind of my world and that was my life. But at a very early age, with Ray and I fell in love 23 years ago, I realized that he needed real food if he was going to not have to have multiple surgeries, not have a bunch of inflammation, to be at his best every single day. So I went to the experts. First, I went to his mom, my mother-in-law, Flo Allen, right? Who better to teach you how to cook
Right,
for the man you
right.
love than his mama.
Yeah.
And she was very generous with her recipes, and I learned all of the comfort foods. And then every season I would sit down with his nutritionist, dietitian, his trainers, and ask, what's his BMI? Does he need to lose any weight, gain any weight? And what is he really looking for? How can I keep this guy on the floor in the best physical condition? And then that was our life. And then in 2008, the unthinkable happened. We found ourselves in Los Angeles for the NBA Finals. It was Lakers, Celtics. Tony, you may remember this. Lakers fan, okay, well. And we're out there in LA where we have 35 people with us, our entire family, and our middle child, Walker, was ill. I mean, it became very apparent to me between a Monday and a Friday that something was wrong with Walker. He was excessively thirsty, frequent urination, he was lethargic, he was wetting the bed, and then he started vomiting. And I don't know if any of this sounds familiar to your viewers. It sounds like a touch of the flu maybe, or a little food poisoning, but what it ended up being was a diagnosis of type 1 diabetes. And that was the moment that the rug was pulled out from underneath us. And I really had to become an activist and an advocate for type 1. I sat on the International Board of Directors for the JDRF. Ray sat on the Board of Trustees for the Joslin Diabetes Center. And I immersed myself into this world of not just food that tastes good, but of nutrient-dense foods, and learning more about what food does in our system and how it metabolizes and what is real food. We've been brainwashed to believe that items like Cheetos, right, are food. Those are food substances. They're food stuffs. Fast food is not
manufactured food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And real food is not made or manufactured. It's grown. And Michael Pollan has a great quote: "Eat real food, not too much, and mostly plants." That's it, guys.
Yep.
There's no magic bullet. That's it.
So when we go to Grown Together,
Yes.
what am I going to see on the menu?
Well, real food. Our slogan is real food cooked
Right.
slow for fast people. So
Right.
in the morning, you could get a freshly made paleo omelet, or gluten-free blueberry pancakes, an acai bowl, fresh pressed juices, organic frozen smoothies, home fries, organic thick cut Applegate bacon. I mean, it's all the same stuff that you would make in your own kitchen if you and Lauren had time to prepare food with the best possible organic certified ingredients. We are an organic certified facility, something that everyone told us we were crazy and would never happen.
Right.
Restaurants aren't organic certified. There's only 7 organic certified restaurants in the nation.
Real, I did
We're
not
number
know that.
7, and we're the first USDA organic certified fast food restaurant with a drive-through. We're very proud of that. So for lunch, what we call all day, lunch, dinner, you could do a salad, a sandwich, or a wrap. Everything starts plant-based. You have to pay to add animal protein. We have grilled salmon, we have organic wild-caught shrimp, we have organic free-range rotisserie chicken, chicken salad, wild-caught tuna, we have ahi tuna. We used to have organic grass-fed brisket, but I eliminated red meat for various and sundry reasons. And you could do something called the personal portion, and that's kind of like Boston Market, not on steroids. One of my mentors is George Nadav, the founder of Boston Market.
Sure.
George, I love you. So you could do like a whole piece of organic free-range rotisserie chicken with sweet potatoes or Brussels sprouts, broccoli, green beans, quinoa tabbouleh. I mean, it's dinner.
And, while it sounds to a lot of people that this is for a small percentage of the population, I mean, you've got one in a Walmart.
Yes, sir.
So what you're doing, and this is where the disruption comes in, is you're saying for all customers, Walmart customers, you can be healthy too in an affordable way, in a tasty way. So you're not looking to get that, very high level 1% of the population,
Yeah.
Who already knows about organic to come to you. You want to change behaviors for the mass market.
Yes, and I think, when people first say to me, why do you want to be in a Walmart? I said, you know who shops at a Walmart? People.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah,
They see 260 million guests a week. They have 11,000 stores. And the truth is, if you go into inner cities and you go into communities where the mean income is not the top 1% of the nation, in places in Miami like Liberty City and Opa-locka and Hialeah, there are no Whole Foods, Publix, Winn-Dixies. There are Walmarts.
Right.
And I say to that, if Walmart says that organic matters, and by the way, they're the number 2 seller of organics on the planet, shortly behind Costco.
And they also have great relationship with farmers. I've told people in Bentonville for years, you need to tell people what you do to help farmers, to help agriculture, and they're just this low company that really keeps on getting bad publicity after bad publicity.
Hammered.
And they don't deserve it because they're doing a lot of great things.
And they're a family-owned business. This is the other thing. This was started by Sam Walton and his wife, and their whole goal, and I mean, I'm not a Walmart spokesperson, but I really believe so strongly that if I'm out here jumping up and down saying organic matters, and I can do that all day long. I'm a tiny little mom and pop organic shop in South Miami. We have 6 locations in 17 months. That's a big deal.
That's a
but
very
when
big deal.
Walmart, a behemoth, one of the largest companies in the world, says organic matters, that's not a ripple. That's not a wave. That's a tsunami. And we had a tsunami warning here today in San Fran. So everybody in San Fran knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's a big deal, Phil. And it matters to me. I grew up in a family that was mostly single black women. My aunts are incredible. They each own small businesses. They paid for all their kids to go to college. They never had anyone to help them with anything. Buying groceries for a week was Walmart.
Yep.
And it's really important for me to go back to my roots and to make people understand that this is just not for certain people in a certain mean income and a certain zip code. This has to be for everyone because everyone wants to do better. Everyone wants to provide their kids with nutrient-dense foods. And unfortunately, this is an access point. If you look at the disparity between the haves and the have-nots in the world, there's 3 data points that really affect kids that don't have. It's access to technology, it's access to exercise, and it's access to real food.
Absolutely.
And I feel like we can do better.
And also, as you know, I've been on Michelle Obama's committee with
Yes.
and working with her and everything that she tried to do, and she named those same 3 things, was phenomenal. And certainly now, without getting political, the current USDA, the current administration does not have that same feeling about exercise and about good food and so on. So we need people like you and Walmart to do exactly that. So thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for being a disruptor.
Thank you.
We need more and more.
Yes, warrior moms and dads, warrior people unite.
Exactly.
Thank you, Phil.
So stay tuned. We're going to be right back with yet another disruptor who we heard from this morning. And you're going to be shocked to know his backstory and why he's creating a new meatless burger. This is SFA News, and we'll be right back.